and Safety Committee. I detect a quorum. Our agenda, as you hopefully know, is all resolutions, and unless there's an objection, I'm going to take a good bit of them on consent. Hopefully you've done your homework. I will read through them, and then you let me know if there should be any that should come up. So we shall begin. Hello, Councilmember Evans.
Hello.
Perfect timing. We are about to read through resolutions on a consent agenda. You let me know if anything should come up. RS 2022-1898, Rhoton and Syracuse approves a contract between the Williamson County Juvenile Court and the Metropolitan Juvenile Court for the housing of juveniles in the Williamson County Juvenile Detention Center. RS 2022-1907, Rhoton and Syracuse approves the terms of a cooperative purchasing master agreement for ambulances and emergency medical service vehicles for the Department of General Services. RS 2022-1908, Rhoton and Syracuse approves the terms of a cooperative purchasing master agreement for ambulances and emergency medical service vehicles for the Department of General Services. RS 2022-1909, Rhoton and Syracuse will sound familiar, approves the terms of a purchasing master agreement for firefighting apparatus and fire service vehicles for the Department of General Services. RS 2022-1915, Roberts, Rhoton, Withers, and Syracuse approves an agreement between the Metropolitan Government and the Metro Nashville Airport Authority for use of the property commonly known as the John C. Toon Airport for the development and construction of an aircraft hangar and a lease for storage of aircraft, aeronautical equipment, and other related materials for the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. RS 2022-1916, Rhoton and Syracuse approves an intergovernmental agreement between the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department and the Cookeville Police Department for the distribution of state grant funds to assist with investigations of internet crimes against children. RS 2022-1917, Rhoton and Syracuse approves an intergovernmental agreement between the Metropolitan Police Department and the Davidson County Sheriff's Office for the distribution of state grant funds to assist with investigations of internet crimes against children. RS 2022-1918, Rhoton, Syracuse approves an intergovernmental agreement between the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department and the Spring Hill Police Department for the distribution of state grant funds to assist with investigations of internet crimes against children. RS 2022-1919, Rhoton and Syracuse approves an intergovernmental agreement between the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department and the Williamson County Sheriff's Office for the distribution of state grant funds to assist with investigations of internet crimes against children. RS 2022-1920, Rhoton and Syracuse approves an agreement between the U.S. Department of Justice Drug Enforcement Administration and the Nashville Police Department pertaining to the DEA Middle Tennessee Drug and Violent Crime Appalachia Task Force. RS 2022-1921, Rhoton and Syracuse approves a grant from the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency to the Metropolitan Office of Emergency Management to provide public assistance for damage caused by severe storms, straight-line winds, and tornadoes during December of 2021. RS 2022-1922, Rhoton, Syracuse, Welsh, and Suara approves a contract between the Metropolitan Board of Health and Vanderbilt University Medical Center to make available to potentially eligible individuals who receive inpatient or outpatient prenatal or postpartum services or minors under the age of 5 receiving pediatric services information about WIC program benefits. RS 2022-1923, Rhoton, Syracuse, and Welsh approves a contract between the Metropolitan Board of Health and Nurture the Next to provide funding for a program coordinator for the Collective Impact Initiative ACE Nashville.
Second.
Thank you. I have a first and a second. Were there any discussion, just asking anything that needs to come off of that consent agenda? All right, not hearing any. All in favor of the consent agenda?
Aye.
Against? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Very good. Thank you. All right. So the one that we have to discuss is RS 2022-1899. Rhoton, Syracuse, Hurt and Gamble approves a settlement agreement between the Metropolitan Government and Meharry Medical College with respect to claims arising under a lease agreement for the land and improvements used in the operation of Nashville General Hospital and related matters.
Motion.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Move the amendment.
And we do have an amendment.
I'd like to move the amendment.
Move the amendment.
Yep, I have a first and second. All right. Discussion amongst committee members. Councilmember Gamble, do you want to present the amendment?
Yes, actually, I'm going to defer to Councilmember Hurt since she's here.
Very good. Councilmember Hurt, floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Come on in, Doctor. All right.
Here, have a seat.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The amendment basically is just a safeguard that's been placed there just in case if things do not pan out the way it is planned after the lease in 2027, that we assure that if the utilities and the facilities are still in use by the city, that Meharry will be covered and still be able to receive payment for the lease. It's been many, many years that they have been offering this facility, and although there's been funds paid towards the bond, none of that money has actually gone to the institution itself. So it is time for that to change, and we really appreciate the support of the city and this Metro Council for doing so. So this amendment is basically a safeguard to ensure that that lease continues until we no longer need the facility.
Thank you. Yeah, well done. Discussion amongst committee members? All in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? All right, so we have 1899 as amended. Any other discussion as amended? All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Thank you so much.
I think I would like to say, though, Chair, that it is always so nice to have the CEO, the chief, always show up. He takes nothing for granted, but he comes and provides his assistance and knowledge that we need in order for us to carry these kinds of things out. So we really appreciate that, Dr. Hilden, and Samuels. Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.
Yes,
Go ahead.
and appreciate all the work that you have done throughout this pandemic and even before that. You have definitely helped our city manage through it and helped the country, actually, the nation. So thank you for your service.
Thank you for that, I appreciate it. But it's all about the organization I lead. And just trying to do my best by it, so, but thank you.
Doing well. I know you had to stick through the whole Titans discussion last night, but in order for us to get to this, so your patience is appreciated. For sure. All right, is there any other business to come before this committee? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
And nobody got shot.
I would. Yeah.